everyone, I'm Amy and today I'll be showing you exactly how to make my anniversary tote bag. This project celebrates 3 years of my sewing pattern business and I wanted to design something that's practical, elegant and enjoyable to sew. Whether you're a confident beginner or more experienced sewist, I'll guide you through every step from cutting the fabric all the way to attaching the final bow. If you've purchased the pattern, you'll find all the measurements, instructions and printable templates included in the PDF file. To make the anniversary tote bag, you will need 50 centimeters of a medium to heavyweight woven fabric. If the fabric is not the recommended weight, then I would fuse with a medium weight fusing. For the base, you want to use a heavyweight fusing. You will also need 1 meter of a contrasting fabric for the bow and lining. If your fabric is lightweight, then add a lightweight fusing to give it more structure. You will also need a magnetic closure to close the bag. If you don't have one, then you can always use a popper. I've already cut mine to save time, but make sure you've transferred all of your notches and markings before you begin. I've added a heavyweight fusing onto the base of the bag to add support later. For the main bow, I have added a lightweight fusing onto the wrong side. You can see how it has more strength now. I have also done the same with the bow tail and for the bow center. To make the handles better, I have added a lightweight fusing to all 4 pieces on the wrong side. The bag's base and lining, I have not added anything. Place the straps right sides to right sides and sew down either side of the straps. Before turning, trim down the seams to neaten the edges. Turn to the right side. To make it easier, I used a loop turner. I hooked the end over the end of the piece and pulled all the way through to the right side. Roll it carefully between your fingers and your thumb to make sure that it is turned round properly. Once both handles are turned to the right side, press really well along the seams to make sure it is flat. On the front of the bag pieces, mark on the right side where the lines go, like shown on the pattern piece. Use chalk or a pen that disappears, as you don't want this to be visible later. Starting on one side, lay over the bag handle so that it lines up with the lines drawn in the previous step. Curve around the top, making sure to match up with the lines on the other side. It will make a loop at the top, and this is the handle. Pin well in place and top stitch roughly 3 mm from the edge using a longer machine stitch. I would suggest between 3 and 3.5. Stitch from the bottom to where the line stops, roughly 3 cm from the top edge. Pivot the needle here and sew across the top. Then pivot again and sew back down the other side of the handle. Do the same for both sides of the handle and from the front and the back of the bag. Press the front of the bag well, making sure the pieces are lying nice and flat. Pin and sew the bag base with the front panel right sides to right sides. The base will overhang the notch by 1 cm on either side. Repeat the step by adding the back of the bag to the piece just sewn. It will now look like this picture. Now do the same with the lining pieces. In the same way as before, pin the base of the bag right sides to right sides to the front and the back pieces. Sew on the sewing machine. the seams flat in the direction of the base. Flip over and do the same to the other side. It will also look the same as the outer bag minus the straps. Pin and sew the top edge of the outer bag to the top edge of the lining of the bag. Make sure that the handles are out of the way for this step. You don't want them getting caught in this section. Do the same for both sides. It will not line up exactly as the lining panels are shorter than the bag panels. Sew the two pieces together and then the same for the other side. Turn to the right side and press down so that the lining is flat. On the right side of the bag, where the mark is, attach the bag fastening. If you're adding a popper, then sew it on in this place. If you're adding a magnetic closure, then make small holes in the fabric and push the edges through. Then fold back as tightly as you can. If you're using a sew-on popper instead, simply stitch it in place following the markings on the pattern. For this bit, I use my scissors to help push back the back panels. Folding the bag in half, match at the top seams, so that the outer bag is right sides together and the lining is right sides together. I have used pins to mark where I am not going to sew. Sew down the side seams, but leaving a gap in one side of the lining. This is so we can turn it to the right side later. Carefully press these seams open, trying not to crease the rest of the bag. Snip into the corner on the base of the bag, where the notch is, and then match the bag side seam with the notch on the bag base. Ease the piece together and sew. If your machine struggles with this, then you can increase the stitch length. Repeat for all 4 corners of the main fabric and lining. Turn the bag to the right side. If you don't want to add a bow, then you can skip to the last step for the final finishes. Making the bow. Fold the bow tail in half and sew around the edge, leaving a small gap near the middle. And sew around the edge. I would recommend starting in the middle and sewing out to the corners. When you get to the corner, lift up the machine foot and pivot on the needle. Then sew the final bit, making sure you finish over the edge. This will make the point sharper. Leave a small gap near the middle. This is so we can turn it to the right side later. Trim off the corners of the tie and turn to the right side. A point turner or an end of a paintbrush makes this much easier. Press well so that it is nice and flat. Fold the bow section in half and sew across the top, leaving a small gap. This is so we can turn it to the right side. Press the seams open, making sure that you don't flatten the edges. Match the seam with the center notch of the bow and sew down both side seams, like shown in the diagram. Turn the bow middle to the right side. Then use a paintbrush to turn out the corners well. and press well. With the bow middle, fold it in half and sew down the longest side. Turn to the right side. And press well. Fold in half lengthways and then overlock the top seam. If you don't have an overlocker, then just use a normal stitch. Turn it so now that the seam is on the inside of the loop. Lay over the main bow piece onto the bow tie. Push inside the tube that you have just made. Put it in the middle. To make the bow, I used 2 pieces of thread on one needle, and at the other end I just tied a simple knot. Holding the front bow loop out of the way, hand stitch through the bow middle, the ties and the bow loop back, like shown in the diagram here. Do 3 or 4 stitches in the same place to make sure that it is secure. Then to finish the thread, do 3 stitches in one place on the back. This will hold it in place. Here you can see the stitches underneath the front bow loop. The bow is now ready to be attached to the bag. The bow can be attached to any part of the bag, or maybe you've decided not to use it at all. You can attach it to the main body or to the bag handle. If you want to make the original design, then hand sew the bow to where the mark is on the front of the bag. Sew in the same way as you sewed it together by moving the front loop out of the way to hide the stitching. Use a good number of stitches, roughly 4 or 5, to make sure the stitches are strong enough and it is properly attached. Use the same technique if you decide to attach the bow to the main body of the bag. If you want to attach the bow to the bag handles, make sure that you use the handle that is on the front of the bag. Just sew the bow like how you previously sewed the bow together, moving the front loop out of the way first and then stitching through all 4 layers. To finish the bag, you now need to close the hole you left open in the lining side. Turn the bag inside out and make sure all seam allowances are pushed inside the gap. Then do a machine stitch down this section to make sure the hole is fully closed. You can also hand stitch if you prefer. And that's the finished anniversary tote. I hope you've enjoyed sewing along with me. This bag is one of my favourite projects because it's practical enough to use every day, while still feeling really special thanks to the statement bow. If you've made your own anniversary tote, I'd absolutely love to see it. Share your photos on Instagram and tag me, Amy Winwood Fashion, so I can celebrate your creations. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and check out my other PDF sewing patterns. Thank you so much for sewing with me, and I'll see you in the next project.